Capsules actually show where your hand is in 3D space, which is pretty cool. X, Y, and Z. I have these audio indicators when you first detect the hand, and when you lose it, it plays an exit sound. So the way this works, and where it gets actually really complicated, is when the vehicle gets multiple steps ahead, you have to plan for what angle is the vehicle facing, and plot your turns based on where it's going to be, not where it is now. So I'm going to move. Compass was the best we could come up with on the short time period, but you basically look and it sets the angle for you. So negative 90 is here to the left, 90 is over here to the right. So if I want it to go that direction, I'm going to move. I'll move it forward, then we'll turn this way. And it's actually, oh, I get, alright. And we're actually going to head to this tower over there. So I'll just keep going forward. And I started it with you have to pick the first 10 or the next 10 actions, but it actually gets really hard when the vehicle's facing all these different angles at step 8 or 9 or 10, and I kept running into the mountain. So I lowered it to 5 actions that you have to plan for. And if I just want to do a donut or something, I can go So this is just one of the examples that you would include in a learning app, and kids will have to plot out their course with this one and think ahead at what direction the vehicle's facing, and it tests their reasoning and problem solving skills in a different way than you get with a paper and pen. In reality and virtual reality, we have a unique for making interactive experiences that are educational and give you instant feedback. On home, you do 30 problems. If you don't have it correct, you just beat into your brain 30 times the wrong way to do something, and you don't find out until the next day when you take your homework in and get it graded. Where with these interactive experiences, it's instant. You watch it, it either did it right or it didn't, and you can adjust. So another compelling thing about an educational problem-solving app for kids is it gives another way to measure a child's ability and at solving problems, rather than right now in our educational system, kids get into the higher learning programs based on their test scores, and a lot of kids aren't interested in math and they don't get good test scores, but they're actually really brilliant, and under the right circumstances they can graduate from MIT. And there's a nonprofit in New York that picks up these kids that fall through the systems. They don't get any access to higher education classes, but they're really brilliant people, and the guy completely ignores their test scores, and he looks at, do they find joy in solving a problem, because that's a huge motivation for learning. And you can teach these kids, the kids, you can make them good at math if they're excited about it. And we kind of gauge people's intelligence based off a score on a piece of paper, rather than making them solve real problems in a realistic way. So here's another effect we were working on, was to have geometry actually occlude the sound effect, and I only have it on the move sound instead of the idle on accident. So here's how it works. If I send it moving, you hear it, but now this mountain's blocking it, and it makes it way too silent. But with some tweaks, we can make it a lot better and have an extra effect on top of the spatial sound, where geometry actually diffuses the sound. So you can hear